Well, the Queensland government has promised that every new bus from 2025 will be an electric bus. This is part of their commitment to an emissions-neutral Olympic Games in 2032. But you know what they've just realised? In a report released today, the Brisbane City Council have found that if they go full electric with all their buses, charging their 1,200 buses overnight will require the energy equivalent to powering the entire city of Gladstone. And I tell you what, when they're charging these 1,200 buses overnight, it won't be charged with solar power, it won't be charged with wind power. Caleb, what do you reckon will be used to charge these electric buses all night?
Let me think. Might it be gas and coal?
Absolutely, it will be gas and coal. And what do you think the Queensland government, where do you think they'll get the money to purchase all these expensive electric buses?
Oh, let me think about it. You and me. Oh, and also the mining to dig up the coal.
Exactly.
Isn't it extraordinary? Which we know that they're taxing up the wazoo now up in Queensland. I mean, those numbers make it really stark. Enough power to supply 43,000 people is what they're going to use in one night just to keep buses on the road. And of course, you know, we know they want to go down the road of everyone having electric vehicles. I think the plan in Queensland, they haven't mandated it yet, but the plan in Queensland is that by 2035, 100% of car sales would be electric. Just watch out, they will mandate it. But it begs the question, are you ready to buy an electric vehicle yet? We hit the streets today to find out. Excuse me, madam, would you buy an electric car?
Yes, absolutely.
Why is that?
Because it's better for the environment.
Would you buy an electric vehicle, do you think?
Not at the moment.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't think there's really good ways to recycle the battery, so I don't think it's actually sustainable.
Would you buy an electric vehicle?
No, I would not.
Why not?
I just don't enjoy them.
Excuse me, sir, would you buy an electric car?
Probably not.
Why is that?
Too expensive, and the battery technology isn't fully tested, and batteries are not ethically sourced.
Probably too expensive, to be honest.
Would you ever buy an electric vehicle?
If I could afford it, then yeah. Love a Tesla.
Why would you want a Tesla?
Just because they're really cool? I don't know.
Excuse me, would you buy an electric vehicle?
Would I buy one?
Yes.
Yes.
You would? Why is that?
Because they're good for the environment and they're the future.
Do you reckon you'll buy an electric vehicle in the near future?
Not the near future, I've just bought a car, but probably the next 10 years, yeah.
So if I can ask, if you've just bought a car, why didn't you go electric this time?
Price consideration. And the apartment building I live in doesn't have a charging station.
There you have it. Australians are not sold on buying electric vehicles. A lot of people have woken up to the fact that they aren't the environmental panacea we are told they will be. And we know we've had discussions over the last couple of weeks about what on earth you do with these batteries. I was almost surprised because I thought you say, well, you know, would you have an electric vehicle? Most people who don't particularly care about the car they drive, it gets them from A to B, they'd go, oh yeah, whatever, I'd have it. But a lot of people are waking up to the environmental argument. And the environmental argument, of course, being nonsense.
Yeah. Well, most of the people that I spoke to actually said yes, they would get one. And when I asked why, they just said environmental. Yeah. Wait until they find out. The manufacturing of them produces way more emissions. It costs a lot more in terms of the time to charge it is a lot more than just fueling up. And of course, we know that the charging is, thank you, Cole, already don't know where to put the batteries. We've only got 100,000 on the roads here in Australia. And we're like, oh yeah, these are toxic. And that's to say nothing of the completely ethically unsound methods we're using to source parts of these batteries, where we've got kids in Africa digging it up in massive mines with no legislation, nothing in place to protect these kids. But get a load of this.
Just before you go to this clip, I've got to tell you about my favourite guy I interviewed today. I said to him, would you ever buy a Tesla? And he said, not a chance. And I said, why not? He said, because I've got a Porsche 911, which I thought was the best argument for not getting a Tesla.
Mate,
if you've got a Porsche 911...
Stay where you are.
Stay where you are.
Stay where you are.
Earning more than we are, but anyway.
But you've got to watch this lady who we were reminded of today by those who were very passionate about getting an EV if they possibly could. Here is a true believer.
You right there, love?
Do you know what you're doing here with your engine idling?
No, what? you are polluting the atmosphere. No, the fumes from this car are going in through all the windows and all the ventilation.
The fumes from this car, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You do know that this car's electric, right?
Ha ha ha. Yeah. You try and fob me off like that.
Oh, you must be kidding. No, you are definitely polluting the atmosphere and bringing on our imminent doom.
There were literally more fumes coming from that lady than from the car.
The emissions, the carbon dioxide.
They walk among us. This is the thing. These people actually walk among us. If that's the average electric car lover or someone who's an environmentalist, well, God save us all is all I can say.